Read the disclaimer 13 and up. Let us talk about Beyblade X and the latest video that they released and some interesting things I was able to take away from it. Now obviously before we continue with this video, I want to mention mallofbays.com for the entire month of June. Our whole store is 20% off except for Beyblade X. Optionally support the channel. I appreciate any support regardless. And with that being said, they obviously have the first opening shot that shows off both Wizard Arrow and Night Shield, and these are the booster recolors. And yeah, they look pretty nice, I would say. So when you actually see them a lot close up, I do have to say in terms of just pure recolors, yeah, this looks really, really nice.
And I gotta tell you, it was perfect. Perfect. Everything, down to the last minute details.
I really love, obviously, Wizard Arrow because it's a red recolor, but also Night Shield. So interesting is when you actually see a little bit of the close-up for Wizard Arrow. I do have to say, I think Wizard Arrow will be, from the four, probably the best in terms of just stamina. I was kind of thinking potentially Night. I honestly think, you know, I think Wizard has a good enough shape to probably be the best out of them for pure stamina sake. Obviously, it's only when we do the testing stuff, but, you know, for right now, I think it's good enough, right? So you do get some basic battle footage where you do see that Wizard obviously is going to outspin Knight. Now, keep in mind when they are showcasing these bays, they're not going to have it where the main release they're showcasing is losing badly, so obviously it's just showcasing the best. But I do still think Ball will be better than Needle, at least for pure stamina sake. Obviously, Needle is more meant for versus only attack stuff, but it does make you think when you're going to be doing battles that are not attacked with Needle, how is that going to turn out? So side by side, I really do think Wizard probably has one of the cooler recolors. I do like both. I'll be honest, I'm pretty sure I'm going to like all of the Wizard Arrows, but they look clean, man. They look clean. I do also like that the Ratchet for Wizard Arrow is a very nice color choice that they gave to it. I also like, too, that even though this is a recolor, usually what they did in the original verse was like it's all different parts, but no, it's just literally pure recolor sake. So, you know, if you want the original or if you want the recolor, you still get the same value, just minus a launcher if you get the booster by itself and not the starter. I mean, they show it off. Also, the biggest thing I like is that the plastic is not as exposed as Drawn Sword, Hell Scythe, or some of the other ones. And I think the same goes for Night Shield. I definitely think the plastic should never be exposed like that. It should just be the metal that's exposed. Yeah, then after we get to Night Shield, and like I said before, the side profile always looks really, really clean. We're gonna see it in a second. They just show off Night Shield here, like obliterating a Hell Scythe by pure defense. Obviously, I think Needle can probably be useful for defense, but I want to see to what extent, because I still think I want to see how when I'm launching it, like, most of the launches you see in a lot of these videos are not really with that much strat or planning. It's kind of just basic flat launch, so I'm more curious with actual strategy, how does it work? And then after they compare to the green Night Shield, I'm not really a fan of green, so I don't know, maybe it'll grow on me, but yeah, it looks nice. I also love that the Ratchets are actually a very nice how they look. They look very special, and I'm pretty sure they intended for both of them to be kind of used on Hell Scythe and Drawn Sword, so I guess it makes sense. Yeah, but visually speaking, yeah, this is a very nice blue recolor, Obviously, later down the line, I am hoping that we eventually get to the point where, you know, it's not just focused all on one color. They do different types of colors. I know we'll eventually get it. It's kind of, you know, kind of simple right now, but I'm okay with that. Yeah, then after we get a little bit of that side profile, look, it looks bumpy on it. I definitely think the attack potential is going to be there, which is kind of where I was leading on with this video, which is probably like the bay you're sleeping on or some title like that. But yeah, I am really loving both of them. So they do mention, you know, Drawn Sword and Hell Scythe. And the reason for that is basically just the Ratchet recolors are like kind of like a color combination, kind of just meant for them. So you'll see when they customize it, it's basically kind of meant to be a color combo. Plus, I also like that the ball shape is like in the colors of like Flame Sagittario Sharp. I like that. Then they put Night Shield basically in the Drawn Sword attack combo, so I feel like this might be a good day one combo from how it looks. I'm more interested in this run, because if you pay attention to what Night Shield basically does, it freaking obliterate. Look at that. It just taps it out. It literally just taps it out, man. Like, honestly, like, the way that it forces it out of the stadium is kind of nuts. Because if you pay attention, it goes like that and boom! So yeah, I would probably say ending off, I do think that the way that Night Shield is hitting, I definitely think it's going to have a lot of attack potential day one. I am wondering for attack versus attack how it's gonna do. I feel like Night Shield will probably definitely beat Hell Scythe, but if it'll beat Drawn Sword, I don't know, because Drawn Sword is already above a lot in weight. So I definitely think that Night Shield could have that potential. At the end of the day though, it's gonna really just depend once we get around to doing testing stuff. But I would say I'm pretty excited. I feel like Night Shield has that potential to be really, really good and just smack stuff out. But I kind of want to just leave it to the viewer. What do you think of Night Shield's potential for maybe attack? What do you think of the recolors? If there's anything else to mention? Not really, not really. Anyways, that'll be it for now. Again, make sure to check out our store and subscribe if you are new here. And yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a fantastic day and bye.